Hello guys, for my students that are asking me to make a video on how to make a functional calculator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, I think this video is for you. In this calculator, you can perform simple arithmetic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and so on. Let us try it out. We have 78 multiplied by 4. So it's going to give us an accurate result. We can clear our result as well, and we can divide as well and perform any sort of any form of calculation with this. Okay, we have it. And then if you mistakenly don't complete your arithmetic operation, it's going to bring an error. This is a perfect video for you if you want to learn more on JavaScript. For more stunning video like this, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let us dive into the business. Right? At first, we have to make folder. Okay, so let us name our folder calculator. Okay, then let us minimize this so that we can throw it inside our VS Code. I hope you get your VS Code ready. Okay, this is our calculator. Then you pick the folder, then drag it straight away inside your VS Code. Okay, we have it. Let us close this. And here is where to make a file. Here is where to make a folder. Let us make file and name it index.html. Okay, then let us make CSS file as well. We name it style.css. Right? Let us make another file called script.js. That's our JavaScript file. We're going to link it later. Okay, let us come to our index.html. So we have to do just type htm, so it will bring three suggestions. Click the middle one. Okay, it brings us this code, and let us change our title. Let us name it calculator. All right. In this our body tag, we are going to start making our calculator just to make design. All right, let us start div. Okay, and give it an id. Let's give it an id container. In between the container div, we're going to have input. Let us give it an id as well, display, and that has to be read only. That means we can type. All right, let's also have div for buttons. Div for buttons. Div for buttons, and give it an id. Let us give it keys. Okay, inside we are going to have different buttons. Let us use button tag. Then let us give this one plus, and let us include our JavaScript and so that it will not be stressful later in the day. Okay, let us use on click function. That is when you click, what JavaScript should do for you. Okay, so right, let's use operate to display. All right, and in the front let us have parentheses. Then you should have what? Let us have it in double quotation. We can give it plus as well. Okay, we are going to duplicate this like 15 to 16 times. You hold down Alt on your keyboard and Shift Q, then downward arrow key 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let us stop here and try to modify it. All right. Here, let us have 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. Okay, let us have this one to be multiplication sign, multiplication as well. Here we have 4, we have 4, 5, we have 5, 6, we have 6. The next one we are going to have subtraction, 1, 2, 3. Then let us have our division. Okay, followed by let us have our 0 dot, let us have our equal to, and let us have our clear. All right, I think we are done with this. Let us try, let us change this function. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. Buttons, that is, let us use another handler for this. We can do calculate. That's going to it's going to be different. And of course, this one, we have calculate here. Let us use operate to clear. Okay, the test is going to be C. All right. Okay, let us check what we have been doing in our file explorer. We can easily do that. Then review in file, right click on index.html and go to file explorer. It will bring this, double click. All right, let us place. All right. I think we have it in a clear manner. All right, let us proceed with the design. So we're going to grab this container in our CSS, but before then we have to link our CSS file. Let us try and link our CSS. We come to the headers tag, and in the headers immediately below or above title, we can press link. Okay, then we go to that directory /, then we are having style CSS. Enter. We have successfully linked our CSS file. Okay, let us go ahead to style it, whether it's working. You can do body. We want to test whether it's working. Background color red. I think it's to show up in our browser here. If it's working, it's working. All right. Let us remove it and go ahead with the other styling. Okay, let us grab the buttons. This is going to be styled with the tag. So button, no need of adding dot or hash, right? Let us give it width of 100 pixel, height of 100 pixel, border is going to be none, height, border radius, we want it to be round, border radius 50 pixel. Let us give it background color. Want to use HSL, The meaning of HSL, it means H stands for hues, saturation, and lightness. Here is going to be 0. Saturation, let us make it 0% as well. 0%, and lightness is going to be 30%. Okay, color, it means the text inside each button is going to be white. Color white. Font size, let us give it 2 rem. 1 rem, 16 pixel equal to 1 rem. 2 rem is going to be like 32%, like that. All right, let us have our cursor is going to be pointer, font. Then we are going to have our font weight is going to be bold. All right, let us look. It's going to be bold. Let us look at what we have been doing. Let us refresh. Then we have this. That's pretty cool. Right, let's move on with our design. We're going to have let us visit our HTML semantic tag. Just these keys, let us place it above. Let us place it above the button because it comes before the button. Okay, so this is not where we are to have our background. Let us just cut it. All right, here, this is our keys that contains all the buttons. So we want to make it display flare grid. So we are going to have 4. We want to have 4, like 4 in a rows. Okay, let's quickly do that. So we have display grid. Then let us set the grid template column to be repeat 4 times 1 in 1 fraction. 4 times 1 FR. Okay, if I say 4 times in 1 FR, it means, let me refresh. We are going to have 4 in a row. If we do 3 times 1 FR, 3 times 1 FR, or 5 times 1 FR, let us refresh and see. Can you see we have 5 in a row? We have 5 buttons in a row. Yes, let me expand this so that we can all see. As you can see, we have 5 buttons occupying a row. Okay, but if we do 3 times 1 FR, we're going to have 3 in a row. 3 times 1 FR. Now we have 3 in a row. But this one, what we are going for is 4 times 1 FR. So we should have 4 buttons in a row. Right, let us give it gap of 10 pixel. Okay, and then we are going to have padding of 25 pixel. Let us make it 20%. Okay, let us check that. Like that. I think we are having a very cool design now. All right, let's move on and style our what next. So we are going to let us style our container. Then we are going to style our input. Let us style input first. That is with the ID display. Okay. All right, we are using an ID, so we are going to start with hash display. Okay, we are going to do, let us give it width of 100 pixel percent, and we're going to give it width of 100%. Then we are going to give it padding of 20 pixel. Then we are going to give it background. Let us give it background color. I would like to copy this. Okay, HSL, let us apply HSL as well. It's going to be 0. Saturation is going to be 0% as well. 0% as well, and our lightness is going to be let us make it 20%. Okay, and let's see what we have. Okay, as you can see, so this is what we have, and let us proceed and let us uh text align. Let us make it right. We want it to start from the right. Okay, and font size to be 4 pixel. Then 4 rem, I mean that's going to be let us make it 4 rem or 3 rem. 3 rem is okay. Right. Let us see what we have like that. Border none. Okay, I would like to grab our container. Container, container is the one that contains all of the elements. It contains input element as well as div that has an idea of keys. Okay, so for that we are going to give it background color HSL as well. Hue is going to be 0. Saturation is going to be 0% as well, and our lightness is going to be 15%. Okay, let us check and see what we have. Okay, perfect. So from there we are going to have border radius of 15 pixel. So we are going to have maximum width. Let us give it 500 pixel. So then we are going to have, if there is any overflow, that is if there's any overflow, 500 pixel, not 50 pixel. Okay, all right. If there's any overflow, so we are going to have overflow. We're going to have it hidden. Set it to hidden. All right, like that. Okay, so we have it. Let us zoom in. Okay, all right, like that. We are going to style our body as well. Body, we grab the body, then let us start with font family. We want area sans serif. We don't have we don't need a vertical. Let us remove that. Then from there we want to have our calculator in the middle. We have margin. Margin is 0, and display flex. We are going to use flex box for that. Then we are going to set the horizontal alignment. Justify content is going to be center, and vertical alignment, align item is going to be center. Justify content center, align item is going to be center. Let us check whether it's going to work. Okay, so it's not the vertical alignment is not working because we have not set the height. So let us give the height of 100 viewport height, VH viewport height. We have it in the middle. We have it in the middle like that. Okay, we have it in the middle. Perfect. All right. We want to try when we hover on each button. We want it to have an over effect. So let us go ahead and start that. We are going to do button over. Okay, so we want our background. Let me copy this, Ctrl C and paste. We want our background to be 40%. Let us test it. As you can see, so we have our over effect, we have our over. Okay, we have our over, and when active, button our button active. Let me set the active. Then we are going to have our background is going to be 50 50% as well. 50%. So it's going to be light. Our background is going to be light, as you can see. Okay, now the next thing is we want to write. So I want these operator buttons to have different backgrounds. So I want the operator buttons in the first column to have different background. Okay, let us check. Let us check. Want us to check. Okay, so let us proceed and give them different class name. This plus, and let us give it class name of operator btn and let us copy and paste it for we have multiplication. Let us paste it for multiplication, subtraction, division, and clear. All right, so I'm going to style this. Let me copy this. Okay, come to our CSS, then paste it. It's a class name. We have to start with dot. Okay, we have background. Let me copy this. So their background color is going to be going to be, let me set this one to be, we want orange for that for it. We have 35. Here is going to be 100%, and here is going to be 55. All right, let's check. Okay, so we have, so on hover we want to have a background that's similar to the orange color. Okay, let me duplicate it. I will do forward for hover. Hover. Okay, btn hover. When we hover, this one is going to be 65. And studio active, for the active is going to be, let me set it to 75, like that. Okay, let's test it. We have very cool design. We have very cool the HTML and CSS, like that. We are done with HTML and CSS. I want us to proceed to JavaScript. Before then, we have to link our JavaScript. You come to the bottom. We come to the bottom. Okay. We come to the bottom, and that's where we are going to link our JavaScript. Okay. Just immediately above the closing tag for the button, let us type script. Okay, so we are going to have src, then forward, you see script.js, then you link it. That means we have successfully linked our JavaScript file. Okay, let us move on to our JavaScript. But before then, I want us to take note of something. What? As we can see, so we want to grab display here. We have to, this is display and ID. So we are using ID. And so we are going to use ID in this JavaScript. They are going to be useful. They are going to be useful as much as possible. All right. Let us proceed. So we are going to grab. We want to work on this display. We are going to grab this display. Okay. All right. Let's do. Okay. Let me comment this. Let me comment on this. Calculator logic. Okay, so Let us do const, declaring variable const display is equal to, we have document dot get element by id. What's our id? Our id is going to be what? Display what we have in our id, what we have in our id. Okay, all right. So we have three functions. What are those functions? A JavaScript function that we are going to create. We are going to create for this operates to display. I'm going to create for operates to display. Okay, but we start with what? We have function operate to display. So then we are going to what? We are going to have our code here. Let us create for three of them. We have first one is operate to display. Second one is calculate, and the third one is going to be operate to clear. Like we have all these three JavaScript functions in our HTML. This is the first one for all the buttons. Okay, then this is the second one. Calculate is the functions that when we calculate, is going to sum, subtract, or perform the basic operation for us. Then we have the third one, which is clear. Okay, these are the JavaScript function that we have. Let's proceed and apply our logic. So here, like we have done for some of you that have attended my class when we were doing color flipper. Okay, so we are going to have we are going to have arguments here, input. Okay, so we are going to grab this display, then pause display. We are going to grab display with value. So it's going to be plus equal input, like that. So it means we have a placeholder here. Okay, then display and with value. So we are going to is going to be okay. We are going to equate it to this argument. So here, this is what we copy and went ahead in our HTML to make it function actually. All right. I hope when you click, it should show basic number here. I hope when I click, it should show basic number. When we click on operates to function, okay, it's showing, but the color is dark. Let us quickly go and change the color to white in our display. Color is going to be what? White, and we are to increase the font size to be 5, like that. I think it should work properly this way. It should work this way. Why? Okay. Why? What happened? If I frame left. What about if we make this one to start from the left? Left. Let us check how we're going to have. Okay, we have it functioning properly. Let us leave it like this. Okay. All right. All our buttons are working now. All our buttons are working. All our buttons are working. Okay, let us try and work on operate to clear. Operate to clear. So when we type when we type all the numbers, okay, and then we click on this clear, it should clear it for us. So let us try and work on that. Let us grab our display and access our value property, then equate it to empty string. Okay, let's refresh and try to type something like this. Okay, 78956.0, then clear everything for us. Everything is gone. Okay, and then try to perform it once again. Okay, and clear whatever. So it's going to, that is gone. All right, it's working perfectly now. Okay, I want us to work on calculate. That is when we should be able to add numbers, multiply numbers, and carry out basic operation. Okay, so let us go ahead with that. Let us clear this. We're going to have, let us grab the display property, our display, I mean, and access our value property. Okay, then it's going to be e plus equals, then let us use input evaluate. So it's going to evaluate this display and value. It's going to it should work or with this. So 7 plus 7, and let us add. We are not having it. Okay, let me use equal to. Okay, so 7 times 7 is should, okay. Oh, 7 or plus 6 is going to be 55. So it's working perfectly. It's working perfectly. 12. Okay, let me clear. We have 12 multiplied by or divided by 2. So it should evaluate it for us, as we can see. So everything is working fine. Everything is working fine. So we can clear. We can type numbers and show it in our input field, and of course we can perform simple arithmetic operation. Okay, so the problem is that when we mistakenly type this and we did not add something and we press equal to, so it's going to bring a mistake in our console. It doesn't show it here. So if we should try and inspect again, we see that we check our console, there should be an error there. Okay, as you can see, so we have uncaught syntax error, expected end of input at calculate, as we can see. So I want us to go and resolve that. How do we do that? We can use try and catch block. Okay, let me clear this and refresh. Okay, so we are going to, let me cut this. Let me cut this and write try catch block. In our block, we paste our code, then we try to catch error. Okay, so we are going to grab our display and value property. Is going to be error. It's going to be error. I think this should solve our problem. I think this should solve our problem. So if we have 8 9 multiply by, and we try, as you can see, so it brings out error for us. That, oh, let us clear it, and 7 5 6 tens, then okay, it will say is error, and you can clear, and 7, everything is working perfectly. 7 8 plus or multiply by 5, so you can clear 12.5 times 3. So this we have completed the signs and then the JavaScript functionalities of calculator. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel for more stunning videos.